have unintentionally stirred the pot with Ezekiel Elliott, and it seems to have gotten the running back's attention. After the Cowboys' second preseason game, Jerry jokingly said, "Zeke who?" when discussing the performance of rookie running back Tony Pollard. But Zeke wasn't laughing. Yesterday, Zeke's agent told ESPN, quote, "I didn't think it was funny, and neither did Zeke. We actually thought it was disrespectful." We're joined now by FS1 NFL analyst James Harrison. It is good to have you back with us. Football around the corner. So, James, here's the question for you. If you were a veteran in the Cowboys locker room, how would you be feeling about this situation right now?
I have been a veteran in the locker room, so to be honest with you, I'm all for players getting money at any time they want to get it. So for me to be upset that you're doing it now with 2 years left, that would be wrong, because the goal of this game is to go out there and make as much money as you can and try and win as many Super Bowls as you can.
Right.
And right now he's in a position where I don't see the Cowboys doing much without him. You may love your quarterback, but without that running back there, that quarterback has to prove that he's worth what he's trying to get, $40 million. So
That's speculated.
We want between 32 and 34. That's what we're asking for.
I'm just saying, I don't see them being able to do that without him. And the comment that, Jerry made, they cut it up. He went back through and he laughed it off. And he also winked at the camera, said, "Zeke, it's not at your expense. You're going to get paid."
Although Zeke and the agent seem to take it a little personally.
I would have took it personally, too, because you're talking about my career right now. You're talking about money. And for him to joke about it, a player, that's not a joking matter to me.
Sure.
We're at a point right now where I'm trying to get, this is going to be my first big contract.
And you laugh because you play running back.
Exactly. And I'm trying to get everything that I can get. So I could see how Zeke took it disrespectful, because right now we're talking about my career. We're talking about money. That's not a laughing matter. But I also see how Jerry, he was just trying to lighten it up, and it was a bad choice.
All right, so if you're a veteran leader in that locker room, if you're on the order of a Jason Witten, but you've been there for a while, and you know you're not going to make it to the Super Bowl without number 21, as you get more and more anxious as the days dwindle toward the season opener, what are you thinking about doing? Are you thinking about trying to pull Jerry aside at some point and say, "Hey, you know and we know you got to get this done for us"?
Option.
Yeah.
For me, is to talk to the man that's going to pay him the money.
Okay. Would you do that?
I would try to if it got down to that point. Like, we need him. Without him, we're in a bad situation. It's not something that, we're going to go into week 1, 2 and see how it works out, because those 1-2 games can be what cause you to miss a playoff.
Okay. Would you call Zeke at any point just to try to talk him through it?
I don't need to talk him through anything other than, hey, I'm here for you. Get your money. Do what it is that you need to do. Support yourself, your family, because I'm not gonna sit here and talk bad about someone else that's trying to get their money because I already got mine.
Okay.
Or I settled for something that I was willing to accept.
All right, now go this direction, because you do live in Pittsburgh and you do know your Steelers. Last year, early in the year, they turned on Le'Veon Bell as he held out, right? Why was that so different than this situation? Why did they just it got angry, nasty, ugly, right?
I think for them, from what I understood, is that it was an understanding between a few guys that he was going to come in. And I guess it got to the point to where he wasn't talking to them, he wasn't returning calls or something like that, and they felt like it was personal now. But at the end of the day, you can't make it personal. Them guys wanted him to come in because they knew they had a better chance with him.
Exactly.
Okay? I understand that, but at the same time, old school players like Shannon and I, get your money. Hines held out. When Hines held out, we did everything in that training camp to try and make every receiver look bad, because you need to pay Hines and get him in here.
Okay.
Because we want to see guys get money. I want to see you be able to generate wealth for your family and your career, but I'm not going to make you do something or try and convince you to do something that's not
they
gonna
picked
be.
a kid, a rookie named Tony Pollard, in the 4th round this year, and he's been pretty good in camp, and he looked pretty good in the game the other night.
Right.
Do you think there's any resentment of how management and coaches are building him up now in the locker room?
You need to build him up.
Okay, but you said you tried to make the other receivers look bad, right?
Yes, but you need to. That's a different situation. That was a lot of
the coaches need to build him up.
I'm saying, what you got is a different situation there. So with that, it's almost the same as the Le'Veon. you had a guy, James Conner, who turned out to be a great running back. He did great last year.
Yeah.
And right now, you have a possibility of that same thing. So you want to build him up. You want to give him confidence, because if it comes down to it, the way Zeke is talking, he's not coming back until he get one. If that can't be worked out, you want to build confidence in your running back that is there. And like you said, Le'Veon is now in New York. Conner is still there. I hope it don't work out like that, because I feel like if they get rid of Zeke, it's a bad situation. And even, you know, Jerry himself said, I see a one
left, and they cut it. And that was no problem. So you don't get to have it both ways. You don't say, well, if someone is not fulfilling the obligation of the contract, I'm going to release you. But if someone outperforms the contract, you're like, nah, you signed the deal. Zeke understands, Skip. He's never going to get a big payday after this contract. That's not how it works for running backs. So he needs to get his, and for a running back, Skip, because it's the easiest position to transition, if there's such a term, easy transition from college to the pros, it's the running back. But basically, from the time he's like 21 to 27, that's his magic years. Everybody, Dak's gonna get another contract. If Dak is even look at McCown, Skip, they just brought him out the booth. He's been in the league about 18, 19 years. So Dak's gonna get more money. Amari Cooper will get another big contract if he plays well.
Probably, yeah.
Zeke knows, Skip, he's not going to get it because they're about to put 320 plus, 330, 340 plus carries. So the opportunity for him to get a big payday down the road is either now or never. And for me, I'm always taking the player's side, because the guy upstairs, he got more money than all the players in the locker room. And I'm never going to tell a player, bro, you need to come on in here and take this look. No. You hold out, because guess what? I'm looking. Because, I saw what he got. Guess what? I'm coming. I'm trying to get me some of that honey, too. Yeah.
So what if you're the team leader of the Dallas Cowboys and we get to Labor Day and nothing's happened, and Jerry Jones pulls you aside outside the locker room and says, hey, Shannon, I offered him Todd Gurley money. I offered him $1 more than Todd Gurley, and he wants way more than Todd Gurley, and I just can't stomach that because I don't think that's right for the long-term good of this football team. How would you respond to that?
Still not calling Zeke and telling him because he feels like he's worth more than that, and I'm not going to tell another man that you're not. If that's what he wants and that's what he's not going to settle for anything less, that's just what it is.
You know what I'm going to tell Jerry? Jerry, I don't know what to tell you. He want $1 more, well, you better give him $50 more. Whatever it takes, Jerry, I'm going to be honest with you, Jerry. I got the pulse of this team. You know, I'm down here in this locker room every day, and let me tell you what the guys are saying. We can't win it without Zeke.
All right.
I'm sure they are saying that. I think they're saying we might win a couple of games with Tony Pollard. Maybe a couple.
Yeah, but you know, Jerry said it at the combine. Jerry said, I ain't got very many more years. Now, I don't know if, hopefully he wasn't talking about his life, Skip, but I think the thing is that you could see him trying to transition to the back and letting Steven take this thing over. He knows, Skip, the next couple of years, he has a prime team that can get him to his ultimate destination.
All right.
What if Jerry Jones responded to you, Shannon, you have to appreciate my position because I cannot pay Zeke for what he has done for us, which is extraordinary. I have to project what will he do for us for the next 4 years, because he wants 4 years. Obviously, you could cut him, as you say, but he's going to want a bunch of guaranteed money. And again, that could cripple the football team for the next 4 years if you overpay him for what he will be able to give you in 4 years.
Todd Gurley got 3 years and a $45 million extension.
They way
57.
They way overpaid
Let's
him.
just say, for the sake of argument,
and they're already wondering about his knee now.
Let's just say you give Zeke 3 years for $20 million or $60 million, and you win the Super Bowl. Is it worth it?
Yes.
Okay, then. So what we talking about?
Okay. But you got to guarantee me that you're going to win the Super Bowl.
How can you want one man to guarantee you that you're going to win the Super Bowl?
Your quarterback.
There's 53 people on the team.
Yeah, you said it's the most. You said it's the toughest game.
Are you serious?
But see, that's the thing. Jerry said, you don't remember at the same combine, Skip, you have no idea the unbelievable size, the check I would write if somebody would guarantee me a Super Bowl. Well, Zeke's
I can tell you, you have no idea the checks that man would write if there were no salary cap in the National Football. He'd be George Steinbrenner II, right?
Yes.
He would.
We already.
I'll be a Cowboy.
That's true.
But that's the thing, though, Skip. You know, in sports, there are no guarantees. So Zeke said, I tell you what, Jerry, I'm going to come back and play for you the money that you're offering. But if we win the Super Bowl, I need you to give me an extra $30 million.
Okay. See, here's the problem with this. The last time Jerry Jones watched Ezekiel Elliott play a football game, it was right out here in L.A. at the Coliseum, and he went nowhere fast.
Yeah.
And I know that at that point, you could argue that Wade Phillips' defense was the best defense left in the playoffs. But if he's that guy, if he's Eric Dickerson, Jim Brown, Emmitt Smith,
right,
you just figure out how to get more. On 19 of his carries, he went for 1.7 yards per carry.
A lot of times, Skip, for
maybe
me,
it's the blocking scheme. Maybe the coach need to do something.
Okay.
I was going to say, you can't put it all on him.
But for me, and James, you know this, you were there in Baltimore, or you were in Pittsburgh, when Jamal Lewis came into the game, and he needed like 100 yards to break ED's record. They said, I don't care how many yards your quarterback throw for. Jamal Lewis is not getting this record on our watch.
Okay.
I watched that game. They made it their business. You're not breaking that record on us, bro. You're not finna have us in the record books looking every time they see somebody break the record, and here come the Pittsburgh Steelers. Skip, teams will go out of their way and says, you know what? Ezekiel Elliott, we believe you can run the football and you can beat us. We don't believe your quarterback can throw the ball and beat us. So we're going to take Zeke away. And Dak, if you can throw for 350 and 3 tubs, congratulations. He can't do it.
Do you know how many games I covered that a defensive coordinator would say, 22 is not going to beat us, Emmitt Smith.
Yeah.
He will not beat us today.
tell you right
We
now.
will take Emmitt Smith out of this game, and nobody ever took him out of any
but you
game.
had Troy
Most defenses did that. That's what we did. We take your best player, and we're going to take him out of that game. I don't care what your other player. If your running back is your best player, your quarterback is going to have to beat us. He's going to have to go out there and prove that he can get it done. Until that, we're not changing it.
Remember, Troy never threw for big yards.
No,
He just
but he had that ability, and he had Skip. He had a Hall of Fame receiver. So okay, you really want to leave your DB one-on-one with Mike, and then at that time you had Alvin Harper, who was doing nothing but going deep. Skip, he was perfect for them, but he wanted to be a number one. He took the money with the Tampa, and he was terrible. He ended up coming back, but he wasn't the same.
He was just a guy. to me.
Yes, but playing alongside Michael, and you had underneath with Jay.
Yeah.
But you had Skip. What you gonna do?
It all revolved around 22.
Yes.
His ability to just slash and gash.
But Skip, those big hogs, though, man. Look at
Well,
those.
I got it.
All right. Enough Cowboys for now, James. You're going to
No,
stick
never
around
enough Cowboys.
for now. I'm sure we'll have more later. We need
out.
to talk about Antonio
Zeke.
Brown. Is there more to his issues than this helmet? And we're
He
excited
knows.
to get James' take on this next.